In this captivating story, we dive into the future of cryptocurrency regulation, exploring the battle between innovation and control. Set in 2040, global policymakers gather at the Crypto Summit to address the pressing need for unified crypto laws. Emma Torres, a former blockchain developer turned advisor, argues for balanced regulations, while Kian, a young developer, creates a groundbreaking solution that could change the game forever. Will governments and innovators find common ground? Or will the clash between decentralization and regulation escalate? Watch this thought-provoking narrative unfold as we examine the impact of regulations on the future of cryptocurrency and the delicate balance between privacy, security, and innovation. Hi! In a dimly lit boardroom perched atop one of the tallest skyscrapers in the city, a group of international policymakers gathered for what would later be known as the Crypto Summit of 2040. The topic was a contentious one: the future of cryptocurrency regulation. Nations across the globe had witnessed decades of both financial revolution and chaos brought about by digital currencies. Some called them tools of freedom, others deemed them instruments of anarchy. The summit aimed to bridge the gap between innovation and control, but no one could predict how high the stakes would rise. Among the delegates was Emma Torres, a former blockchain developer turned government advisor. Emma had spent years in the trenches of decentralized finance, DeFi, and now her task was to convince global leaders that cryptocurrencies needed measured, unified regulations, not a heavy-handed crackdown. Regulation isn't the enemy of innovation, she began, addressing the skeptical faces around her. It's the framework that ensures everyone, businesses, governments, and individuals, can thrive in this ecosystem. Her words were met with murmurs, but behind the scenes, tech magnates and crypto enthusiasts had already begun planning their resistance. Meanwhile, halfway across the world, a young developer named Kian sat in his cluttered apartment, tracking the summit live. To him, the idea of regulating blockchain felt like taming the wind, a futile attempt to control the uncontrollable. Decentralization was supposed to free us from these institutions, he muttered to his screen, typing furiously into a decentralized messaging app. Kian was part of an underground movement known as Code Eternal, which vowed to preserve the autonomy of blockchain at all costs. As he coded, whispers of a new law, a total ban on anonymous transactions, began circulating, sparking outrage across crypto forums. As the summit progressed, tensions escalated. A proposal from one bloc of nations called for a global identification system to tie every crypto wallet to a verified identity. Supporters argued it would curb illicit activities like money laundering and fraud, but detractors feared it would strip away the very essence of privacy that drew many to cryptocurrencies in the first place. Emma watched the debate unfold, her mind racing with the realization that whatever decision was made today would define the future of finance for generations. Back in his apartment, Kian made a fateful decision. He uploaded his latest creation to the blockchain, a self-regulating smart contract that allowed for anonymous transactions while implementing real-time fraud detection. The program was a masterpiece, striking a balance between security and privacy. Within hours, it went viral, igniting a new wave of discussions at the summit. When Emma's team analyzed the code, she couldn't help but admire the brilliance behind it. Maybe this is the middle ground we need, she thought, drafting a counter-proposal that embraced Kian's innovation while addressing government concerns. In the end, the summit closed with a fragile but promising agreement. Governments would adopt flexible, technology-driven regulations, and innovators like Kian would have a seat at the table to ensure the balance of power remained. The world of cryptocurrency would remain as complex and dynamic as ever, but for the first time, it felt like the future wasn't one of endless conflict. It was a future of collaboration. As Emma left the summit hall, her eyes met a news alert. A new age of crypto regulation begins. She smiled, knowing the story was far from over.